Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use random.choice function on data frames. Suppose I want to update a few of the columns with random values. So how can we update by using random.choice? So for demo purpose, I am calling one of the data frame. I'm using data set here, random underscore data, and it has columns, this many columns I have. So in this, few of the string and integer columns, I want to randomly replace by using random.choice function. So before that, what I'm doing is I'm listing down all the distinct values of these many columns. So here, what I'm doing, I'm trying to apply random.choice function on these columns. If you see company name first, company name category. So company name, see, I have these variables, and second is category. Category is this one. And if you see these distinct values, company name, we have 5 distinct values: Sony, BP, Philips, BPL, Reliance. Similar way, category, I have these many distinct values. Similarly, cust type, I have one standard value. And exchange column, I have a unique category. Okay. And location, I have these many distinct values. And cust underscore category, I have these many distinct values. Similar way, index, I have true or false. So now what I'll do is I will import required functions, mainly random, UDF, rand, array, element underscore at lit functions. So these are all required functions. So here I'm using different methods. So first method by using UDF function, by using UDF. So what I'm doing is for customer underscore name. So that is customer underscore name. Yeah, this one. See here, this column has different names, customer names. So this one, what I'm doing here a list comprehension, row of customer name for row in df.select in this customer name. I am collecting distinct values. Okay, so all distinct values I am collecting here, and I'll pass here. So I'll show you where I'm passing. So now we have around 7 columns we are going to update. So for each column, I'm creating individual UDFs. So how I'm creating UDF is, if you see my first column, company name column, that is a string type. We already saw that is company names. It has company names, string type, and so UDF I'm mentioning string type, UDF of string type. I'm creating function here and random underscore. Everywhere I'm giving random underscore that particular column name. Here column name is company name. So I'm returning, what I'm returning is random.choice, and this is my choice. Okay. So among these 2, 4, 5, among these 5 elements, it should randomly pick and fill in my customer underscore name column. Okay. So similar way, customer underscore name. So we have, see here, we already created one variable, list comprehension, to collect all customer names. So that is string type and random underscore column name, customer underscore name. What I'm returning is random.choice, and I'm pausing these variables here. See here, I hard coded here, but here through distinct, I'm collecting here list of elements. So next, my column is category. For category, I'm pausing these elements. Okay. And for customer underscore type, I'm pausing these three elements. And similarly for exchange column, I'm pausing this. So that means all these elements, it has to pick. So whenever updating data frame of these particular columns, it has to fill only from these elements randomly. Okay. So similarly, cust underscore category, I define these elements. And for Boolean, so my type is Boolean type. I need to fill either true or false. And I have three columns. That is, one is a zero. I want to fill with zeros. That is integer type. And one more thing I want to fill with one. And one more column with empty string. Okay, so those are all this one, this impact one, I want to fill with this one, fixed zero, this one. This impact one, I want to fill with zero. And impact two, I want to fill with ones. And impact three, I want to fill with empty string. Okay, so you can cross verify what it has exactly current as of now in our basic data frame. And if you see here, see impact one, it has zeros. Okay. And it has impact two has one, and impact three has nulls. So these things I want to replace it. Okay. So first thing, I created all UDFs for all the columns. And on top of that, what I'm doing is for my sample data frame, I'm using with column functions. That means existing columns. I defined existing column names because I want to replace values, existing column values with these elements. So for company name, I created UDF, that is this one, random company name. So each and everything I'm entering here, relevant UDF names. Okay, so after entering, I'm trying to execute this one. If I try to execute, see here, our sample data frame initially has different names. And if you see here, our company name, see, it has like this Sony continuously, BPL continuously like that. But after applying this random.choice, see, it got changed. See, it not coming like that. It randomly filling the values. Similarly, see these customer names also and category also. See medium, premium, standard. And if you see earlier, see category, one of the distinct value coming continuous, no, standard, upper, and medium, premium. See it coming continuously. Now, after applying UDFs, random.choice, how it coming? It not coming continuously. It filling randomly. So similar way for others also, like customer type C, this also, it randomly filling. And exchange also, location also, customer category also, and index also. And if you see index, cust category and index, so cust category, see, here it coming continuous, no? So there we are not getting like this. It filling with random values. See here, true, false, it coming continuous. There it not coming like this. So it picking randomly, it generating random values. So this same command, this same thing, you can check after applying this one. and you will come to know difference. If you check both comparison, no, distinct values, you will come to know the difference. So by that time, df, okay, so I need to run this df. So I'm rerunning all the cells because cluster in between got stopped. So now if I try to run these distinct values, but I want to check this one. Instead of df, I want to replace this one. So otherwise, same previous result will get. I will try to rerun one more time. Yeah. See now, these distinct values will change. Okay. So earlier, if you see customer type, so there are few columns, we have single distinct value. If you see mainly customer type, exchange, customer type, exchange, index, customer type. See customer type earlier we have single distinct. Now, since we provided three elements, see it filling with three records. So earlier this exchange we have single distinct value. Now it is four. So since we passed four elements. Okay. So like this, different elements we can pass it. So there may these columns there may be same, uh, maybe you don't see difference because same elements I passed. So if you want to see the difference, you can pass different country names instead of sample data frames country names. You can pass it different country names. So then you can see a difference here. So this is about method one on how to use UDFs. Next, second method is how to use uh, element underscore at function. So same columns I am defining here, list of elements. So whatever I defined there, so same thing, same list of elements I am defining here. And on top of that, what I'm doing for my sample data frame DF, I am adding means existing. I mentioned existing column names. That means it will replace it. It will replace same column, and everywhere I'm using element underscore at. So what it means is element underscore at. So I want to pass two variables here. Uh, so this is first one and second one is this one. So what is this second one is, it will generate integer value. So here I given rand. So rand means it will generate float value between 0 to 1. So about this rand, I already made one video. You can go through that for in detail information. So initially it will generate random float value between 0 to 1. So that one I am trying to multiply with length of company name. So company name is this one. And what is this length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rand star 5 means if you are entering only rand, then random float value generates between 0 to 1. But if you mention star with some value, so here it taking 5, that means this whole thing, what it does is it generates a random float value between 0 to 5, and I'm adding +1 to add the value. And on top of that, I'm using data type conversion cast integer to convert float value to integer value. Okay, so same thing applies for all the columns wherever I mentioned. So this second item will get one integer value. Now we'll see what about this one, array lit. So this one, about this also I made one separate video, how to pass list of elements to uh, to randomly replace the values in columns by using rand command. So already one video, so there I explained this one in detail. So what it does is, first it doing X for X in company names. So it will iterate each and every element. But why you are using lit here is to convert data frame column value. So first lit it will convert as constant element, and on top of that we are using array. So array means it will convert to data frame column element. So so first what it does is from company names. So it will pick some random value, and so this one position is one number it will generate. So that number it will pick. So if you see here, I separately explained so how it works. So I'm creating one sample data frame here, okay, with a single column. So here I'm adding one new column, like this one is rand star. So this we already I already explained. Okay, so rand length of categories. Suppose categories, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. So what it does is it will generate a random float value between 0 to 5. 0 to 5, and it will convert into integer type. Since we used cast integer, now it will convert to integer value. So that's why we are getting random integer values. Okay, and the second one, element underscore at. So how it works is, our syntax is this. First one is array expression and index. So that is this one. First one is array expression, and the second one is index. So we know that this will generate integer value. So that is our index. Now this we will see element underscore at, how it helps here. So first I'm creating one sample data frame. So mainly this element at works either list on maps. Okay, so this my sample data frame has all list of elements. Okay, so here I'm using with column function, and I'm using element underscore at on this list column. This is my array. If you see in syntax, this array expression. This is array expression, and my index is 1. So that means in this, what is the index? First one is 0, second one is 1. So since we mentioned index as 1, it will pick this last value. Okay, so and if you see here, see 557,862. 57862. This is our first value, so this one list 1. Okay, so next second value, so I'm passing here 2. So it will select this second value 68499. 68499, and for this one here I'm passing 3. Okay, but here we don't have third index. So it is out of box. So whenever this condition comes, it will print you nulls. So that's why here it printing all nulls. So similar way, you can mention negative indexing also, -1, -2, -3. So -3 is out of index, so it printing nulls. So say -1, since it is coming from reverse, so -1 is these things, 68499, and -2 is this one. So first is 0, this is, sorry, if negative direction, this is -1, this is -2. So -2 means 57862, 57862. So this how it will work, element underscore at. But if you see in our actual example, see this we already know, our it will generate our index value, and this one is our array expression. So array expression, this is for categories. So that means from out of these 5 elements, it will generate one random number, but based on this index. Since it is a rand function, no, so we don't know which number it will generate random value. So based on that value, it will pick from categories. Suppose categories, if our this index value coming 2, then it will pick second value. If index is 3, then it will pick this medium. So every time it will pick a different number, different element, and it will update in our column. So up to here, this syntax is same. And for index, so we have Boolean type, true or false. So for that, what I given rand and greater than 0.5. And I converted to cast Boolean type. So whatever it generates random value, I'm converting to Boolean type. But condition is if whatever it generates random value, up to here rand, no, so it will generate a random float value between 0 to 1. And here we given condition, it is greater than 0.5. That means whatever it generated random values, if it is greater than 0.5, it is true. And if it is less than 0.5, it will print as false. So that is the meaning. Next, here we are using lit functions since I want to pass the values all zeros to this column, impact 1. And for impact 2, I want to pass all ones. And for impact 3, I want to pass empty string. Okay, so now I think you're clear about this code, I think. So if I try to run this, if you see impact 1, we passed all zeros. Impact 2, we passed all ones. And impact 3, since I passed empty string, so we don't have here all empties. And a similar way, we can check these columns also: company name, category. See, initially our company names are different. Okay, so it is continuous, no, initially. So now it randomly passing the values. Okay, so by taking screenshot of our sample data frame and just compare with this data frame, column to column wise, so you'll come to know the difference. And maybe you can do one change, like in our sample data frame, already we have all zeros and ones. Maybe you can change to some other value. So since we are passing random values, no, so you can change it, these two values, and this also. And this is fine because we have in sample data frame, we have nulls. So here we are passing empty. This is fine. So these two, you can change it. And a similar way, you can try with uh, different elements here. So I given some 5 now. So maybe you can increase this one, maybe from 5 to 10. and you can try. You can check how it generates here random values. Okay, so not only these company names, these all list of elements, you can try to increase with some other values and try to rerun this, and you'll get different random values. So that's all about random.choice function applying on data frame columns. So if you're watch this video repeatedly, if you're stuck up somewhere about this code, please comment in my comment section. I will try to explain. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.